Hey, Vsauce. Spencer here. Oh shit, what am I doing? Alright, anyway. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm not dead. My brother actually came home for the weekend, so I was spending time with him instead of making videos.
Oh, look at all them crawling. Look at all them crawling.
Go, 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 go.
Cooper, there's no stage rush. Cooper.
Cooper.
Come with me, dog.
Cooper, oh, dog.
Did you get it? There he is, you see him? Those do look like foxes.
I'm actually leaving on a trip tomorrow, so today's video is going to be pretty short. I have another story for you guys. I am going to bring the camera during the trip and try to vlog it. We'll see. I've never vlogged before, so I don't know how to do it. It might end up just being really crappy footage and I just won't make it a video. But I'm going to try to vlog it, so probably expect that video next week. But for today's story, I don't have any videos or pictures to show you guys, so instead, I'm just going to take you guys on a magical journey so that you can see exactly how this story went down.
Hello.
Hey, you want to go for a drive?
Yeah.
Okay, get ready. I'll come pick you up in like 3 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Peace. Oh, there she is. Wow, all hot.
I brought you a Mountain Dew.
Can we get an order of mozzarella sticks?
Mozzarella sticks?
Yep.
What do you want, ranch or marinara with those?
Marinara.
Marinara? So mozzarella sticks and marinara?
Yep.
Anything else I can get for you?
Can we get a large chocolate Oreo milkshake?
A large chocolate Oreo milkshake?
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Alright, I'll have your photo at the window.
Thank you so much. This is supposed to be a story time video, not a freaking lunch vlog. Well, so this story happened, like I said, I have no videos or pictures to show you. That's why I'm taking you on this drive. The reason I have no videos or pictures is because this happened, it had to be either 5th or 6th grade. Because 7th grade was when I got my first phone, and that was the iPhone 4. I know, I'm spoiled. If I had my iPhone 4, I definitely would have taken pictures and videos. But I don't have any, so I know it had to happen before then. 5th and 6th grade, so 11, 12 years old. My dad was teaching me how to drive stick. And this truck is stick. This wasn't the truck that we were in. We were just driving down an old country road. And I'll take you there right after we finish lunch. But he was teaching me how to drive stick, as all parents should. I don't know why parents don't teach their kids how to drive before driver's ed. Freaking scariest thing of my life, driving with those kids. Driver's ed should not be the first time that you operate a vehicle. Even if it's not a full-on car, you should at least, like, I don't know, drive like a golf cart or something. You should at least know how to operate a vehicle. So if you're like 11, 12 years old, tell your freaking parents to go take you out and teach you how to drive, okay? Shit, we have a freaking train. Damn it. Now we're gonna have to sit at the train and talk for like an hour. Stuck at a freaking train. I guess while we're stuck at the train, I have another mini story since I can't continue to tell the story till we get to the road, right? Another mini story, speaking of teaching me how to drive when I'm not in driver's ed. It's a good thing. I think everybody should do it. Yeah, it's illegal. Go to a country road where there's no other cars and just learn how to operate a vehicle, right? Not too difficult. Anyway, one time, I was 13 this time, and I know this one for a fact. We went out, I helped my dad with a job. I think we were replacing a window or a screen door or something for this old lady. She lives clear the frick out in the middle of nowhere. So he drove all the way out there. We replaced the window. She gave us a pie and whatever. Super nice. I guess my dad knew her. So we get done and my dad's like, okay, Spencer, you just drive home. I was like, okay, because by this time I already knew how to drive. This one was automatic, by the way. This wasn't stick. And so I already knew how to drive. It was perfectly fine. I've operated a vehicle before and I was perfectly capable of it. So we get going. And I'm driving home, get all the way back to town, driving across town, almost to my house, and I look in my mirror and there's a freaking cop behind me because he did the little bloop bloop, just a little thing. He didn't have his siren on behind me or anything. I'm like right next to the house anyway. I'm like, Dad, there's a cop behind me. He's like, are the lights on? I'm like, yeah. He's pulling me over. And he's like, we'll just pull over at the house because we were literally just down the street from the house. We get to the house, I pull over. The cop comes to the window, doesn't even look at me. He just looks at my dad in the passenger seat. And he's like, did you go down to the pump and pump some gas? And he's like, yeah, I did. He said, he said the ladies there said that you didn't pay. So my dad, before we had left to go do the screen door for the old lady, he went to the station and pumped some gas. While he was pumping gas, it declined his card. You know how you swipe your card first and then you pump your gas? It declined his card. His card wasn't working, and so he just clicked pay inside, and he pumped his gas. While he was pumping the gas, he ran into an old friend, and they started talking, you know. And he talks for freaking hours whenever he runs into anybody. So he got to talking with this old friend, completely forgot that the card didn't work and that he was supposed to go in and pay for the gas. So he gets done talking, gets done pumping the gas, and he just leaves. Now the funny thing is that the ladies there at the gas station know him, and they could have just called him and told him like, hey, you forgot to come in and pay inside. But they called the police. The police came and pulled over the truck. They weren't pulling me over. I was driving perfectly fine. I was a good driver. He's just talking to my dad. He's like, oh yeah, I totally forgot. And he's like, yeah, well, just go down there and pay it. He was a nice guy. And then right as he was leaving, the cop was going back to his car. He looks at me in the driver's seat and he's like, how old are you, son? And I'm like, 13. Because I wasn't gonna lie to the cop. And he's like, okay, 1 second, I'll be back. And he goes back to his car for like freaking 15 minutes. And he comes back and he's like, well, you were driving fine, so I'm not gonna give you a ticket or anything. And that would get really complicated when it does come time to get your license and stuff. But he did give my dad a $111 ticket for letting a minor drive. But I got off free because I'm freaking the best at driving. So yeah, learn how to drive before you get to driver's ed, but just remember to pump your gas so you don't get pulled over. Anyway, yeah, continuing with the story. Just learning how to drive stick. This road right up here that you guys can actually see in the camera probably. Yeah. This is where it was happening. It's just an old farm road that goes by this farm right over here. We got out, he switched me seats, and I started to learn how to drive stick. We switched seats, and I had already killed it. He was teaching me how to start out, obviously. I already killed it like 3 or 4 times. And then finally I got it, and I was just crawling in first here. And we were just crawling along in first along this dirt road. Let's see here if I can remember the exact spot that we were in. Yeah, I think it was right up here. I think it was right about here. We were driving along in first, and we see this hawk injured, very clearly injured. He's just hobbling. He can't fly at all. And he's just hobbling across the road. So my dad, he's like, you want a pet hawk? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, let's take him home. And so we get out of the truck and we grab his jacket. And the hawk, he's scared. He's like, he doesn't know what's going on, but he's injured. He can barely even move, right? And so we walk up, we grab his jacket from the truck, and we throw the jacket over him, and we pick him up. So he's like wrapped in this burrito jacket. And so my dad hands him to me. We hop back in the truck, and we were gonna take him home until his wing gets better, right? Isn't that what? It's just naturally what you do when you see an injured animal, right?
Can you drive normal?
I'm sorry. No, I have to turn around. That's a big ditch right there. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we bring him home and we put him in this little pet cage, pet carrier, pet taxi, whatever you want to call them, for like cats and dogs. We had one for our cats. I don't think I have the specific one anymore, but I'll throw up a picture of what it looked like roughly. We put him in there and we put him in my room and we just feed him some like meat scraps and stuff like that, you know. It's already getting a little bit late, so it's whatever, he's chilling. We go to bed, and when we wake up in the morning, this freaking hawk, and I don't know if you guys saw, like usually, right, when we think of like bird shit, it's like one big splotch on your car or something like that. I don't think you know how much freaking birds actually shit when they're all shitting in one place, because that's just like a flyby, right? It just hits your car windshield and something. There was bird shit everywhere. The entire cage was covered in bird shit. There was bird shit all over the corner of my room where it came out of like the little holes in the cage and stuff like that. So we had to clean that up, and then we put him outside. But that next day we called Fish and Game, the wildlife management, whatever. We called them up and we're like, hey, we found this injured hawk, and we took it home and we were gonna nurse it back to health. They're like, it's illegal. It's illegal to own a hawk as a pet. And so we were like, well, shit, what do we do with it? Can you guys like take it or something? Or do we take it to like a veterinarian or something? We can't just nurse him back to health and then let him go. They're like, nope, that's illegal. Nobody wants to take it. They didn't really care about it. I mean, it's just one hawk. It's not like they're an endangered species or anything. Yeah, go let it back out. And so we were like, all right. We took him back to the place where we found him, back down that road and everything. Obviously, he still wasn't healed. It had only been like a day or like 2 days or something by the time we took him back. So he's 100% dead now. We left him with a little cup full of meat scraps and everything, and we dropped him off back where we picked him up. Yeah, he still couldn't fly, so he 100% just got eaten by a coyote or something. So rest in peace him. I don't think I ever gave him a name, so it's just, I always refer to him as my pet hawk. I don't think I ever actually gave it an official name. That was the story of how I came to illegally own a pet hawk. Yeah, I don't know, I think that's the end of the story. Moral of the story is, pet hawks are illegal, and they shit a lot, so probably don't own one. But it was pretty cool for the 2 or 3 days that we had him. It was sick. It's like, dang, I've got a hawk in my room. Airplane. I think that's everything for this video, for that story. Like I said, it was a shorter story. I guess we had that mini story in the middle though when we were waiting for the train. Again, tomorrow I'm leaving for a trip. I need to actually go pack for that right now and get this video edited and scheduled. I will be bringing the camera on that trip, so I'm gonna try to vlog it. Never vlogged before, so don't hate too much, but that video should be coming out next week. If you guys didn't notice, my girlfriend started her own channel too. If you guys remember her from my last video. So make sure you go check out her channel. She's featured on my channel, and I'll also throw a link in the description of this video. So go check her out, because she's being my cameraman for today. So yeah, you'll see more of us next week with that vlog. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'll see you guys then, I guess. Yeah, make sure you guys dislike, unsubscribe, report the video, flag it for nudity, do all that stuff.